Hey everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy VI after, well no, we had that like Esper video, but like, seriously, it's like you guys must be like, what is this? Like, this is the LP that just keeps on giving, apparently, and well, it is the game that keeps on giving. Basically what happened today was I was thinking like about like the ending of this game, which I have to say now is my favorite ending sequence in any video game ever, just that section like between like when you beat Kefka and when the end appears on the screen is like my favorite ending sequence of a game. I just love it. But so I was thinking about that and I wanted to see it again, so I just decided to watch my video where I did like the last video of Final Fantasy, well, the last proper video of Final Fantasy VI, and in it, like, I said like, oh, in a bonus video I want to do the Siegfried fight in the Colosseum, and I want to show a fight against a Brachosaur, and I was like, I completely forgot that I wanted to show those things off, so why not come back to this game and record myself doing them? So what I've done since the Siegfried fight is hard, is I've leveled Locke up to level 70, because the Siegfried fight is just, the way I'm doing it, it's hard anyway. So like, it literally took no time at all I did was have Locke and Celis on their own, in the like dinosaur forest, and I gave Locke the experience egg, so like he was getting, like if we fought that formation with like the two Tyrannosauruses, he was getting something like 17,000 experience per battle, and that was its easy battles as well, so it was just, it took like literally about 20 minutes, so that was no problem. Locke, I actually just have him with his regular equip setup. I used to use the wing edge, 2 wing edges, Genji helmet, Genji armor, Genji glove, and black belt. Now, like, I looked up how people recommend doing this fight, and they use like the Masters, or what? No, not the Master Scroll, the Offering. It's called like the Master Scroll in like the Game Boy Advance. So I had to actually look up what they were talking about, because I was like, what's the Master Scroll? But it's the Offering that lets you attack 4 times or whatever, and a Genji glove, and like the Illumina and the Atma weapon. I just don't like the Atma weapon and the Illumina. I don't know what it is, and I don't really like the Offering either. But as you guys know, I do very much like the black belt. So I'm just going to save here. And I especially love the black belt and the Genji glove, and especially for this battle, because like Siegfried has a tendency to use his normal basically if he doesn't use his normal attack, you're screwed. So you might like, so, and you're going to be doing the battle again anyway, so with pleasure. Basically Siegfried is like an optional boss, I suppose. He's like a challenging enemy. If you bet a Mega Elixir, you go up against Siegfried. You're the guy from the train. Remember, we met him on the ghost train or whatever in a battle. Now what I'm hoping for is for him to use physical attacks so Locke can counter against him, just like this. He has about 30,000 HP, so we're going to have to hit him about 3 times, and if Locke continues to... This is good if he's like just using his physical attack. He has an attack that's called, what's it called? I can't remember what it's called. See, look, he just countered there. He has an attack that'll basically just one-shot you. I hope he shows it. I hope I don't just get lucky and kill him on the first go, because it's going to make this like, oh, Locke, you're crazy. You're crazy, man. You're crazy. He's gonna do it. He's gonna do it. Watch. Oh, fuck's sake. That's crazy. And you get a Tintina bar, which I never use anyway, but man, I cannot believe I got that in the first try. That's actually... like, basically that fight, like a lot of the fights in the Colosseum, is about getting lucky or not. Because if you get, like the way I do it with the black belt, because if you get lucky like I just did and he just keeps using his physical attack, which he does quite a lot, then you'll keep countering and doing damage, and once you get about 10 hits or 9 hits in on him, then he's gone. I actually feel like kind of fighting him again, just to like... Do you know what we'll do? We'll like try that other strategy. We'll like equip... what we're going to do is we're going to equip Locke with the Offering instead. Yeah, and have like the Illumina and the Excalibur. I don't know, I just don't like... I don't know what it is. I've never liked that. I've never liked the Offering. It's because it like halves the damage you do, so... I like have another Mega Elixir. I might as well like... I'm not going to use him, I'm finished the game, so like I might as well. I want to show you the attack he does. He can do that shrapnel attack, which will do like 3,000 damage, so you're able to survive that. But he has this other attack that'll pretty much one-hit kill you. It mightn't since I'm at a high level, but it'll pretty much one-hit kill you. Look, see, this is what they suggest. They suggest, like, doing this and hoping to kill him in one hit. But you'd have to be at such obscenely high levels to do that. Do you know, that kind of way? And I just think, like, the black belt... I think that black belt... See, he's not doing it. He's, like, he has this other attack that makes him really hard when he does it because he just one-shots you. Am I seriously going to do it again? I did it again! I seriously did it again! I thought this was like going to be like the hardest battle, and now it's like not. It's like nothing. Okay, well, Siegfried, he has this attack, and I can't even remember what it's called, but it pretty much one-shots you. Well, that was a bit of a disappointment. Let's hope the Brachosaur can put up a better fight. But yeah, like, I just, like, I think that black belt is, like, the most underappreciated relic in the game. Like, I love it so much. It's especially with Locke. I use it all the time on Locke. I just think black belt, Genji glove, and Locke from the back row with 2 boomerangs. It's the best way to use Locke, because he's out of harm's way, and... I don't know, I'm gonna put Locke and Celis back in because they're too high, they're of too high levels because they got up. Man, I cannot believe that, like, I was expecting that to be like the Clash of the Titans or something, and then it was just like, whoa. Okay, who will we use? Yes, I want to change. Yeah, shut up with Leo. No, I keep, like, pressing, like, no. Why is no at the top anyway? Now I don't know, like, what party members to use. Let's use Strago. I love Strago. Let's use a party of characters we didn't use for the final boss. So that would be like Strago, Mog, Setzer. He doesn't get enough love, and I still do. I'm sure Setzer is very good, but I just don't know how to use him. I am not going using Sabin because I can't remember. Like I can't, like, Bum Rush, isn't it like up, left, right, down, left, A, I think, but I cannot remember. Let's use Gao with the Wind God set up, because that's pretty obscene. Like, I'm just gonna take some time to, like, do the equips, and then I'll be back. Well, no, actually, Joe, what I'm gonna do, I'm going to, like, Joe, what I'm gonna do, I'm going to talk about, like, and, like, I was actually saying to Alex, like, really recently, that I didn't really want to, where's that weapon? Isn't it called, like, the Tempest? That's it. The Wind God. Well, no, he doesn't need the Paladin shield. I'm not giving that to him. He's fine with the Snow Muffler. He can just have the Aegis shield or whatever. But, like, the... Well, no, Setzer's gonna be crap now that he doesn't have the Offering. That's, like, the best one. Because it's not, like... Do you know what, actually, just purely based on the fact I'd rather, like, have Setzer than Gao. Like, I was only saying to Alex recently that, like, I was only saying to Alex recently that I was kind of leaning towards, like, okay, let's not do this again. I have to watch her talk about Leo every single time. I was only saying to Alex I was like, reconsidering, doing like the Final Fantasy VI Advanced post-game content. Let me see, what kind of character don't we have? We kind of have like every single... Well, let's use Shadow. I like him a lot. Let's use what's the way that you use Umaro again? I cannot remember. We'll use him anyway, who cares? Oh no, he's only level 34. He'd never be able to fight like a... He'd never be able to fight like one of those Brachiosaurs or whatever. I'm sorry, Umaro. I wish I'd kind of like shown him off more. But I was saying like that... What was I even saying? I was saying something, obviously. I was probably saying something about like... what relic do I want to put on Setzer? I might as well put a ribbon on him. That'd actually be useful in this fight for reasons I'll reveal. I was saying to Alex that, like, I was kind of reconsidering, like, what was I reconsidering? Something. Anyway, I was reconsidering doing the, Final Fantasy VI Advance post-game content purely because... Could I find this thing that I'm looking for? There it is. Yeah, I know, blah blah blah. Still haven't put on Strago's relics, which I'm going to use... I'm going to use the economizer, but I'm not going to use the gem box. I'm going to use the hero ring instead, maybe. Or just earrings, I mean, as well. Just because I want this to be somewhat of a challenge. Now, he'll be a challenge anyway, but I don't want him to be, like, a ridiculously, like, easy. So, like, but, like, and then, so, because, like, what I was saying was that, like, the, what I was saying was that, like, the, basically, that the, where's, like, the loaded dice, or whatever they're called? Fixed dice, I can't, same thing. I was saying that, the... What do I want to put? I might as well just give him all that stuff. Aura Lance. I'm actually going to... See, I can never decide whether, like, the Pearl Lance or the Aura Lance better. Probably the Aura Lance for this. Because, like... Because, like, what my, like, line was that, like, basically... Basically, the, I don't know which one of those. Look, Harry, just go and get the fight. Basically, like, I was saying, like, oh, well, the ultimate weapons aren't even good. And I was like, which they aren't, actually. I looked up a lot of them, and really the only one that's quite good, that's quite, like, worth getting, is Gao's one. Which is the dueling mask or whatever. Hopefully we can run into one of these guys pretty quickly. I'm not in the mood for, like, fighting a load of these Tyrannosaurs. But, like, the, but then, like, I decided, well, actually, there are like 4, like, new espers that are in it, and there are, like, there are, like, 4 new, these guys are quite rare, these, like, Brachosaurs. So, like, do you like I ran into, they're not extremely rare, but, like, they're rare enough. So, but there's also, like, the Dragon's Den, which has, like really strong boss battles against the dragons, and there's the Soul Shrine, which is, like, another challenge dungeon and stuff like that. So, okay, we're gonna have to fight this one. So, like, I think I'm actually reconsidering, it might be worthwhile, like, doing the, now, which is one of these I like? Ooh, Grand Train. So, like, I've been reconsidering just because I like the idea of showing off those battles, those, like, dungeons and things like that, and it actually just might be nice to do the stuff, you know? Will Setzer be able to take him out? It seems like it. Yeah, there we go. I'm going to actually just cut until I find one of these Brachosaurs, because I don't want this video to be longer than, like, 15 minutes. Okay, finally. It's crazy, because it's been a half an hour since I went looking for this guy. Let's use Grand Train. And I've never had that much trouble coming across these guys before. As I said, I was grinding for about, like, 20 minutes today, and I came across a load of them. So this might be a challenge. It might not look like it right now, but I'll just say this guy can use Ultima, he can use Meteor. He's going easy on us now because he actually has an attack that can inflict multiple status ailments on the whole party. Let's use Quasar, because you never get to see that unless Setzer kills him. Yeah, Setzer and Cyan, probably my two least dependable characters in the game for me, just because, okay, he's going to send one of my characters away. Bye, Setzer. Just because there's no, whereas I found, like, ways to make, whereas there are ways to make every other character in the game completely broken, I haven't found a way to make, and Sabin as well, because he can only ever do, like, a max of 9999. And, like, Setzer is kind of okay but you only get his, like, he only becomes, like, okay, like, at the very end of the game, when you get, like, the offering and the the loaded dice or fixed dice or whatever. So yeah, that was a fight against the Brachosaur. He went easy on me, but I took him out okay. What I was doing, you can kill them with the Vanish Doom, which is what I was doing when I was grinding with Locke and Celis, because I just had the gem box. I could just use Vanish and then Doom in the same turn and kill him. So yeah, that's part 102 of Let's Play Final Fantasy VI. As I say, I'm kind of leaning more towards doing the Game Boy Advance stuff, but it'd probably be intermittently because there's stuff that's in the middle of the game, and then I'd have to play up through the game and finish it, and probably grind all my characters up to level 99 to be able to stand a chance at the upgraded dragons and the super bosses or whatever. So yeah, so it actually still isn't the end of the LP. As I say, it's the LP that just keeps on giving. So yeah, I guess I'll see you next time and Let's Play Final Fantasy VI, whenever that is. Bye.